Warning: avoid retinol products for at least 2 to 5 days prior to waxing. Waxing while using retinoid can lead to scarring, skin discoloration, redness, irritation, and severe dryness. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be walking you through how to wax your legs at home. Now, this might sound like a scary / painful experience, but it's really not. It's a fairly easy process, and it's a lot less painful than you think. We'll take it step by step. I'll give you a list of things you'll need for this, and you guys, let's just jump on into it. It's so worth it. Just take the dive, and I promise you won't regret it. All right, so let's grab the necessities. We will be needing a trash can, your wax pot, your wax, disposable gloves, any kind of cotton square or cotton round that you might have at home will work. You will need to be having skin preparation cleanser, and don't worry, I'll have this all linked down in the description for you. We will also need application sticks, the large ones. You'll need the muslin strips as well. Those pick up the hair the best in my opinion. Some tweezers. I love the Tweezer Man tweezers. We need some wax off. Now, if you're struggling to get off any wax residue that's left over, go ahead and bust out some coconut or olive oil, and it works wonders. Also, you'll need body wash and some kind of exfoliator. Alright, so what I'm doing is getting my skin prepped, and that means exfoliating. So I'm just going to dampen my legs, and I'm going to go through with my Dove Body Polish Exfoliator. I find that it leaves my skin really hydrated, but not greasy, which I like. So let's get those legs exfoliated and ready and prepped for waxing. So now I'm going through with my regular body wash that I use when I shower, and I'm just going to go over what I've exfoliated, and that's because you don't want any extra oils on the skin right now since we're going to wax. If you have any kind of lotion or oils on the legs, the wax is not going to stick to it and you won't be able to lift the hair. It's time to set up our wax pot. So grab your wax pot, plug it in, make sure you have your wax. I use the Satin Smooth Ultra Sensitive Zinc Oxide wax. If you're working with a fresh pot, go ahead and take the lid off first before placing it into your wax pot. I already have wax in mine, so we're just going to use the one that's already in my wax pot. So make sure you have your wax in your pot, no lid. Turn on your machine, and I usually set mine to 3.5 for the temperature. Now all we have to do at this point is just wait 30-40 minutes for it to warm up, and we will come back. Alright, it's been about 45 minutes, so let's check our wax and see how it's doing. Go ahead and grab your applicator stick and give your wax a stir. Now, the consistency should be more like cake batter. If this is running like water, it's way too hot. So please stir it and make sure that, yes, it has a good flow to it, but it's not running off your popsicle stick too quickly. I always like to check my wax regardless, because you never know. Sometimes machines break, the temperature gauge isn't working, we don't know. It's always better to be safe. So what we're going to do is just check our temperature, grab an applicator stick, put a little bit of wax on there, and give your wrist a swatch. Now, you don't have to put as much wax as I did, but if it feels okay on your wrist, then you know it'll be okay to use. On a cotton square or cotton round, go ahead and take some of your skin preparation cleanser and just do a really light pass on both of your legs. This is just going to help get off any excess oils that you may have on the skin. And just make sure everything is dry before we start waxing. Now, the next thing I want you to look at is your growth pattern. Which direction does your hair grow on your legs? Mine grows downward. Now, this is not the case for everyone. So you're going to apply the wax whichever direction your hair is growing. So if your hair grows to the left, you'll be applying the wax to the left. If your hair grows upward, you're going to be applying the wax upward. Let's get your wax strips and applicators ready. I just grab a few out of the packages and place them on my towel to work with. Alright, so make sure you have your gloves on before you start messing around with the wax. I actually break up waxing into two parts, so I'm going to be waxing the lower part of my calf first, and then I'll be working on the upper part. When you go to apply, think about spreading it as if it were butter. It's just a nice, light, thin layer that you're going to spread right on top, and make sure you're spreading it in the direction that your hair grows. Also, another thing is, please don't double dip your stick in your wax spot. Just use the other end or grab a fresh stick altogether. Now, once you have your wax applied, go ahead and grab one of your wax strips and you're going to place it on top of the wax. Now you want to give it a little bit of pressure to make sure that all the wax is sticking to your wax strip. So when you go to pull your wax strip, just keep in mind that you'll be pulling your wax strip the opposite direction of your hair growth. So my hair grows down, we're going to be pulling the wax strip upward. And also make sure to leave yourself a little bit of room on your strip. And what I mean by that is you have to have part of the strip where you can pull. So make sure to give yourself some slack, because if you cover the entire wax strip with wax, you'll have no place to get a grip on it. Alright, and that's pretty much it. We're just going to repeat this process until all the hair on our legs are gone. So again, make sure you have your gloves on, get an applicator stick, grab some wax, not too much. Make sure you have a nice thin layer on your leg. Try to get it as evenly spread as possible, and don't go over the same area more than twice because you don't want to irritate your skin. Grab your wax strip, place it right on top of your wax, give it some pressure so all that wax is sticking to the strip, and pull your wax strip in the opposite direction of your hair growth, and make sure to be holding your leg taut in place. Make sure when you go to pull your strip, you're not pulling it too slowly. You don't want to cause yourself any pain, and you want to pick up as much hair as possible. So do kind of a quick pull. Now, when you see me patting my leg like this with the wax strip folded in half, all I'm doing is picking up any leftover wax residue that I might have on my leg. What I'm doing is just going through and spot treating my legs for any hair that I missed instead of going through with the tweezers. Now, if you want to go through with your tweezers, go for it. I'm just picking it up with wax. Alright, it's time to wax our knees. So I'm going to be applying my wax left because that is my hair growth pattern. So with my leg slightly bent, I'm going to apply that wax left, and I'm going to be pulling the wax strip right. Now the knee is a little awkward to wax, so if your strip gets stuck, like mine will here in just a second, you'll see it, don't panic. Just put a little bit of pressure back on your strip and then continue to pull. Just make it a quick pull. All right, here's some reality. Some of us grow hair on our toes. I'm actually taking a small applicator stick to do this, to apply wax. You can absolutely do this with the larger stick. I just happen to have the small ones on hand. So again, take your wax, apply it in the direction that your hair is growing. So mine is growing downward. And then you're going to do the exact same thing. Place your wax strip right on top, give it some pressure, and pull it in the opposite direction that your hair grows. Now, if you don't have any small wax strips like I do, don't worry. You can take one of the large ones and actually just cut it with a pair of scissors. Instead of reaching for a new strip, I'm actually just folding the part that I used, and I'm continuing to use the same strip to lift the rest of the wax. We are in the home stretch. So grab a cotton square or cotton round, put some wax off on there, and rub the wax off all over your legs. You don't want to have any leftover wax residue. This is so important. Now, if you are struggling with getting any residue wax off, just grab some olive oil or coconut oil. I feel like the coconut oil works really well, and rub it all over your skin. This will help break down the leftover wax, and it works like a charm. If you're noticing any red bumps on your legs after waxing, just know that's perfectly normal. It'll probably be like that for the next 24 hours, but your skin does calm down and it goes away. So don't be alarmed. One leg down, one leg to go. We are all done with our right side. Let's move on to the left. You're all done, you guys. I do take it a step further and I actually shave after I'm done waxing, and that's because I want to make sure I have no baby hairs left over that the wax wasn't able to pick up. This is why it's so important to remove all that extra wax residue, because if you have any residue left over on your legs and you go over to try and shave, it's going to clog your razor. Now, for the body wash after waxing, I use the Slow It body wash from European Wax Center. This body wash just helps to slow down hair growth. We did it! We're all done. Here are the results. I was really hesitant to make this video. You know, putting my furry legs out into the universe is a little uncomfortable, but it's my reality, and I know it's reality for some others out there too. So if you learned something, if you liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.